It's fried, bro. If you don't know what's going on, Uncle Shannon Sharpe just got fired from ESPN. I'm not gonna lie. And the main reason why he got fired is because he can't stop messing with young girls. Hey, Shannon likes them young. I'm not gonna lie. And low-key, it's becoming his weakness. Too many people have tried to tell him, yo, you're over 50. You need to stop looking at girls that are under 20. You don't want to listen. And now, apparently, he has lost his job for it. And he's also getting sued by somebody else, too. So his life is just, it's just going down the drain right now. I'm not gonna lie. Now, he's still a millionaire. He's getting a lot of bad karma.
He stepped down from ESPN while that was going on because he thought that he was coming back at the beginning of the preseason for NFL. Well, NFL preseason is beginning to start next week, or I think this week, and they just fired him. Damn.
Shannon Sharpe had left Fox Sports in 2023. By the time he was leaving the show with him and Skip Bayless, everything was all good. He was joining First Take on ESPN, and he started August 2023. And of course, those episodes was hitting. But that wasn't the biggest thing coming his way.
A blizzard came his way. That's what came his way. That little Snowbunny white girl, that white chocolate that came his way. He wanted his baby gravy. That's who came his way.
January 2024, Shannon Sharpe would shock the world with one of the greatest podcast interviews of all time.
Yeah, he did.
The Cat Williams episode. And
you know what's crazy? Cat Williams was the first prophet from God that God sent to warn this man about snow bunnies. Let's get to it. Yo.
There, everything started to come into fruition. He was on ESPN, making a lot of money. Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco was popping. And the brand
Nightcap is still
fire.
I'm not gonna lie. I watch that sometimes.
Not to mention, he came up with his own liquor.
I would never drink Shay. I'm gonna be honest. Look, it sound nice. The bottle look nice. But I feel like if I drink that shit, I'm gonna get possessed with whatever snow bunny demon that is corrupting his mind onto me. And I live in Nashville, bro. I don't need that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. They really messed my life up.
Sharpe couldn't be stopped. Money was coming in everywhere. He's making more money in a year than he probably made in his entire NFL career. But there was a problem. Shannon Sharpe got a little beside himself, and of course,
he likes some young
guys.
That's what happened.
You can think that you're unstoppable until he met a 20-year-old by the name of Gabriella Zuniga.
The crazy part about her, she's not even like crazy fine shit, bro. She's low key kind of like she kind of mid. If she wasn't thick, we would be calling her chopped. I'm gonna be honest. Now look, I'm just being honest. Losing your job over this is kind of crazy in my opinion.
She worked at a gym that he was visiting, and of course, we all know that Shannon loves those white women. And even though she was 20 and he was in his late 50s, that didn't stop the clapping.
That's disgusting. That age gap is disgusting.
And from coming
on.
And clapping is exactly what Shannon Sharpe did. And clapping a lot, and clapping a lot, and clapping a lot.
Okay, we get it.
A lawsuit, yes. One that was, in many cases, what he would consider maybe frivolous. I mean, that's how he took it at first, because she went and got with Tony Busby, a famous lawyer known for shaking down black men. Tony Busby.
Wasn't Busby the guy who sued Jay-Z? Let me know.
Tried it with Jay-Z and lost.
Yep.
But hey, third time's a charm. He had a lot of evidence on Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe was shook. For whatever reason, Gabriella Zuniga had a lot of text messages, voicemails.
No, we know the reason. They was getting down and dirty. I ain't gonna lie, they was getting freaky. She wanted his big black baby in her. I ain't gonna lie. That's what they was texting.
Ruined his career. Now, we want to be honest. Shannon Sharpe has prior history of women in the past talking about how he was abusive, and this also happened on the previous network that he was on. So he's not squeaky clean in all of this.
Oh, nah, pack him up. Yo, pack him up. Yo, he already got allegations, bro? Yo, what? Unc be tweaking. What?
But he was shook. He turned down the first offer, which was to settle out of court. He wasn't going to go with that. And then they hit him with the $50 million lawsuit.
Wow.
And Shannon Sharpe did this.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues,
50 M's is crazy. I'm not going to lie. That's disgusting.
This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated
50
by Tony
M.
Busby,
What can I do
who
with
is
50 M?
targeting Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Okay, here's my thing though. Why are we still creating sex tapes with women in 2025? I like that. There's nothing good that can come from that, bro. Like, why are we that freaked out? Lock in. If you enjoy it while it's happening. After that, leave it. Stop doing freaky stuff. That's just incriminating.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate.
And then you don't even have it. You let the girl have it. Like, what?
Took place during the day
Come on,
at her
bro.
invitation. And now that appears to be a deliberate setup. Coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
No, Shannon Sharpe did something that was a buster
Man.
move. He mentioned Jay-Z, which I thought was weak. Like, bro, like Jay-Z wasn't in the room with you when you was clapping cheeks.
He's right, you know.
But again,
I mean,
he
you know
thought
why
that
he was-
everything
why
was
he
going to go
mentioned
his
it.
way. Yeah, it went his way. It went the other way.
Got him.
Shannon Sharpe made what he thought was the right move. He'll step away from ESPN and handle this, and once this kind of goes away, he'll come back to the network.
Which was
Sounds smart.
correct in theory.
You don't bring any drama to your employer while you're dealing with your dirt. Handle your dirt. You come back to the network. All will be good.
But they still fired him though. And see, that's what kind of tells me there's some stuff we don't know about. Because, okay, brother got over that first case. All right, whatever. ESPN should be letting him back in the building if he really didn't do anything wrong. First off, he didn't even go to court. He settled it with payment. Why did I say it like that? My fault. But he settled it with payment, right? So that kind of, you feel me? Like, oh, that kind of just brings up some alarms and some shit. But then also, again, why would you fire him? Like, there's a reason why they fired him. Like, I don't know if some of it may have been true or, you feel me, maybe it was something else, but there's a reason why they fired him.
Then something happened in the meantime. Shannon Sharpe decided to go ahead and settle. We don't know how much money it was, but people started to believe that
Wasn't
he
it like
settled
10 million?
for $23 million.
He called black women gold diggers. He told his own children, that he should be the last option that they are able to call whenever they need help.
What?
He didn't even want to pay for his own, I believe it was his daughter's wedding.
What? Oh, so you're a bad dad? Hold on. You're not finna pay for your daughter's wedding, but you're gonna pay this random white chick who was 39 years younger than you, apparently, or whatever, $20 million. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What?
He was a willing participant. He was a willing participant in every single thing that he did, and I don't feel sorry for him. The universe sent him signs.
And then, of course, the sisters had to come out and say this.
Do you see how when you go to these white tea women and claim that black women ain't this and black women ain't that, we got too much mouth, we got too much attitude, we all gold diggers like Mr. Shannon Sharpe
All
said.
gold diggers is crazy. Why would he say that? That's
Do you
just
see
what?
the outcome?
That's weird.
White tea women know how to play the game. They know that you all are desirable. You all are the forbidden fruit. They're gonna milk that. They're gonna milk you till it's dry.
And I'll also say one thing. I'm not gonna lie. I made a video about this on the main channel. If you want to watch it, Evil Snowbunnies, go tap into it. Not all white women have bad intentions with black men, but some do. And the ones that do usually want to get with you to what's the word? To get something out of you. Let me just say that. All right? So, in the case of Shannon, bro, that girl was 20. You're pushing 60. What the hell could y'all possibly have in common? Let's keep it a beam. It was obvious what that was. Obvious. I don't care if you think you was cracking her right, you feel me, putting it down right. Bro, if she was really like that, she could find somebody else. Why do you really think she was with you? Do you think she could relate to you? She found you funny? No, bro. You're Shannon Sharpe. You got a lot of money. You got a lot of clout. You got a lot of success. And she knew eventually, when the time was right, she could extort you for money. And you let her, you let her win. You let her flat out win. That is on you. That's why I don't really feel bad for him in this case. This is your fault. Also, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've seen a lot of black women talk about, oh yeah, we don't feel bad for Shannon Sharpe because he puts down black women. Before I just heard that video, I didn't really think too much of it. But now knowing that you're calling all black women gold diggers, you're not really taking care of your daughters for real, to our extent of knowledge. Yet you're taking care of this random white girl who was 30 years younger than you, just because you like that Snowbunny skin and that Snowbunny booty. Come on, bro. Lock in. Lock me in, bro. Come on. You got to lock in, twin. I don't feel bad.
Now, if he settled for over $20 million, well, that's crazy because he didn't even make that plan in the NFL.
Are you serious?
Give that money to a lady who's 20 years old. And then
you gave your whole entire career earnings from professional football. Mind you, he played for like 15 years to a random white girl. I'm not even finna bring the race into it. A random girl who was 30 years younger than you, just because you wanted to put that baby gravy in her. Crazy. And if you're wondering why I'm saying baby gravy, go look up the text. That's literally what she said to him. I'm not gonna lie. Put that big black baby gravy in me, weird ass. Like,
hires from OnlyFans. But again, the strategy that Shannon Sharpe has is, listen, I know it's a loss, but it's not a problem. I can get that money back. That's his mentality, right? That's what he's thinking. It's a strategy thing. Look, give them the money.
That don't matter. 20 million. You can't just get 20 million back. And even if you're in a position to do that, let's not act like 20 million isn't like a lot of money. That's life-changing money. You give me 20 million buckaroos right now, brother, I am switching up on all of my friends and family. I'm not gonna lie. I'm switching up on all of my day ones, buying yachts, forgetting where I came from, buying hookers and shit. Like, no, I'm playing. But you feel me? You get one, bro, I'm going crazy.
Get back on social media. I can make the money because of a few things. Number one, Club Shay Shay is popping. I got over 4 million subscribers over there. That's nothing, right? I'm gonna make the money back. Two, Chad Ochocinco and me got Nightcap. I'm balling over there.
I like Nightcap.
Three,
I don't really care for Club Shay Shay.
Liquor
I like Nightcap.
All that's good.
Him
I'll
and
be able
Ocho,
to recover that money
entertaining.
because, again, selling this, all my brands will come back. And obviously, guess what?
Boom, boom, boom.
NFL season is starting back, and I'm going to be able to go back to ESPN, and it's okay. I'll have it all again. Right?
Potentially.
Well, Shannon Sharpe officially was fired from ESPN. And we don't really understand what was the reason that he was fired. Definitely something happened because most articles are saying that he cut ties. Now, why is this important?
Usually when you see this, I'm going to let him explain it actually.
Now, number one, Shannon Sharpe has his own platforms, right? He got Club Shay Shay. He got, Nightcap. It don't really matter. He don't need ESPN anymore.
That is
right?
true.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You see,
What?
Shannon Sharpe benefited a lot from ESPN.
Okay,
Why?
talk to me.
Number one, he got a lot of exposure. Okay?
True.
When you're on a show like First Take and you're on there with people like Stephen A. Smith, you're in front of the entire world. So by chance, if somebody knew you or didn't know you, but they know that you had a YouTube channel, just being on ESPN alone helps you blow up tremendously. It's the biggest gift
That is true, but with the rise of YouTube streaming, which I'm pretty sure he does both, you don't really need those TV networks. Yeah, they did put them on, but at the same time, that's kind of like, best way I can describe it. That's kind of like, that's a good comparison. If y'all know who Speedy is, the interviewer, right? He interviewed Barack Obama. He interviewed Joe Biden. Interviewed a lot of people. He usually interviews people like Glorilla, rappers, all of that, right? He started from I think a TV network too, but now he's his own content creator. He does whatever. He does a lot of stuff. Now he makes money independently. Those networks are good for the put on, but once people like you, you can do whatever, bro. Independent content creation has made becoming like making content and making money off of content so much easier, so much more lucrative for independent services or independent networks or whatever, i.e. content creators, right? So he really doesn't need ESPN. I mean, as long as he manages his money, he'll be straight, in my opinion. I don't really think he needs the money.
That keeps on giving. And Shannon Sharpe is an excellent show host, right? He knows sports. He commentates really, really good on football and even basketball.
And plus, he's entertaining. He's crazy. Him being crazy is his greatest strength and his greatest weakness. Because him being crazy means he's very entertaining. But also, he ends up in situations like this. So, yeah.
With both of those things. Great sportscaster, and people tune in to see him. But not only tune in to see him on ESPN, they tune in to see him on his own independent platforms. Number 2, Shannon Sharpe gets a stamp of credibility from ESPN. Now, he's on there with a lot of really interesting people. You know, if you want to say
that
Stephen
is true. Stephen A. too.
There. So
gotta know about
qualified. Him. He gets a stamp of approval. You played in the NFL, but you're on there with Stephen A. Smith and all these other guys. So you get a stamp of approval, not only from ESPN, but from Disney, who owns it. And we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah, that's why he got fired. Disney. Disney don't play about that. It don't matter what network you're a part of. If you got allegations to your name, you're cooked. You're cooked. I'm not going to lie. We know about that with the Haley Bailey situation.
3, ESPN actually tagged Shannon Sharpe on Twitter, now X, on Instagram. So the individual short form content that comes from ESPN, he's getting free promotion, which leads to traffic to his YouTube channels, okay?
Again, that is true, but let's not act like he doesn't have 4 million subscribers on Club Shay Shay. Nightcap, I'm pretty sure, has 2 million, plus Chad Johnson is his co-host. Let's not act like he's not still going to have motion. Yeah, he might not have as much, but at the same time, he will be fine. Now, I think the thing that's really going to kill him is if one of these allegations turn out to be fully true. If his public image is completely cooked, he's fraud. But right now, it's still standing somewhat. I mean, I think I was tuning into Nightcap the other night. They average 10,000 viewers per stream. That's really good. So I think it'll be fine.
Only that. They sometimes take clips from Nightcap, his own personal show with Chad Johnson, and they then repost it. What does that do? It is the best clip farming system on planet Earth to promote your personal shows. Basically, you got the biggest network in sports blowing you up all times of hours of the day, and then also making you more visible than ever before, more visible than you ever were at Fox.
I understand what you're saying, but I kind of already said it, bro. That it's not that deep, in my opinion.
That's number 1. Number 2, look at the brand deal opportunities that come because of Shannon Sharpe. Now, it's what's gonna cook that you have Club Shay Shay. That's one, right?
I don't see any top tier brands wanting to go near him unless it's a cannabis company or it's a blue chew freaky ass rhino pill type of company. I'm not gonna lie, Rhino should look into him or them honey packs. Well, whatever company owns the honey packs, get Shannon a contract right now. You've been to make millions. But besides that, nah.
Because you work for ESPN, which is Disney,
maybe Target or Starbucks.
You are a person of high regard because Disney has
maybe they can offer him a couple Snowbunnies.
It's important to understand that, right? And if you work for Disney, which is a company that is so respected, it trains other companies how to deal in things like customer service and customer care. It is the gold standard of all companies, Disney. So if you're a person working for Disney, how you carry yourself offline really matters. Rewind! April 2nd, 2021. If you guys forgot, remember what happened with Paul Pierce? Paul Pierce, who was, a commentator at that particular time on ESPN, did something pretty stupid.
He was freaky too.
He was
in there. Paul Pierce was going crazy. He was over here streaming with strippers, hookers, going insane, taking shots. I know back in his playing day, bro, he was moving. I know he was moving like Diddy back in his playing days, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I say Diddy for a reason. There's no way. Let me chill. I'm not trying to get incriminated. But he was moving crazy.
With some chicks. He was married at the time.
He was married too,
strippers.
Why would he go live with strippers when he's married? That nigga just don't care. He just don't care. What?
Drinking, smoking weed, not illegal. This is on his own time, okay? But what ended up happening to Paul Pierce?
I know he was going crazy back in the day.
Now, The reality
Them hotel
is that
rooms were crazy,
ESPN cannot
funky.
deal with a particular individual that is like Paul Pierce, and in this case, Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe messed his career up the moment that he agreed to settle that out of court. In the eyes of Disney, that is an admission of guilt. And so, what is the policy? All right. ESPN talent agreements include strict moral clauses and guidelines.
Yeah, they
around
part of Disney,
public
so
conduct.
you can't do stuff
Now,
like that,
even
bro.
though Shannon Sharpe is
And
not
then
really
you're
guilty
black
of-
too. Like, yeah, they think you're a big black baboon right now, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm just keeping it real. That's what they look at you, bro. They only like black people at this high status when they can like use you for entertainment. But once you do something bad, you're out of there. Even if it wasn't just a black man, I think whatever race it was, you'll be out of there. I don't even think it's necessarily a race thing, but especially since you black. Like, come on.
of public
You gotta
conduct.
lock in, bro.
Well, because a lawsuit was there, this is what got Paul Pierce. Basically, what this is you're breaching our guidelines as a person who has a sexual allegation against you. We can't have you working in our business because you make us look bad. And I just want guys to understand that also. Just because you have a good business, you don't really need other people. You need to rethink that, all right? Yes, you do. Like, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I used to have that mentality. But once you box yourself in like that, it's just so hard to grow, right?
It's hard, but it's not impossible. Like, I get what you're saying, but I genuinely think as long as he keeps on being entertaining, he keeps on being consistent, it'll for sure be harder, but he'll still be straight.
And if people who have more than you don't like you and you piss them off,
It's like, damn, yo, he was gonna get that $100 million contract from ESPN, and then this shit happened. That is the ultimate bag fumble ever. Man, I ain't gonna lie.
really, it's more hard for Shannon Sharpe to grow now than ever before because he doesn't have that stamp of approval. He doesn't have that engine. He doesn't have that weight. And the brand deals are just not going to be coming in as they were before because, bro, you got fired from ESPN. This is why you see Paul Pierce doing things like the Truth podcast now instead of being on ESPN.
But let's not act like Paul Pierce can touch Shannon Sharpe when we're talking about being entertaining. I could listen to Shannon Sharpe for hours. Paul Pierce, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be looking at this. I'm gonna be checking the time and some shit, man. I can't really do that, bro. Like Paul Pierce is entertaining in his own right, but like, let's just be honest, Shannon's more entertaining. I think Shannon will be fun. But look, I will also say something though. This is a great lesson. Whatever happens in the private or in the dark will always come to light. Shannon could have been a millionaire. Well, he's already a millionaire. But he could have had $100 million just sitting in his account. But it's nobody that messed it up. This is why, bro. Yo, never let that lust, that little sexual desires ruin your career. Because even if you don't think it will come back to bite you, bro. Be careful with who you mess with, bro. Be careful with who you associate with. And be careful with who talks to you, bro. If you got high status, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be a lot of little snakes and demons and leeches trying to get the clout off of you, bro. Don't fall for that shit.
And the reason is, to be honest, he doesn't have that same level of credibility as he had before because the image is now tainted. That's why Paul Pierce don't really care. And he's talking the way he is because Paul Pierce can't really deal with the public like he used to before. Those days are over and he understands it. So Shannon Sharpe, sorry for you, bro. Should have been clapping too many cheeks.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do agree with a little bit of that last part. Because Shannon's public image is kind of ruined, even though I feel like everybody kind of knew who he was before, he wasn't really hiding it. I ain't gonna lie, we finna see a new side of Shannon, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think honestly, bro, his content finna become even freakier, bro. He finna be doing some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie. He might be collabing with some OF stars or some shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what he finna do. Besides that, that's pretty much it. What do y'all think about this controversy? What do y'all think about this topic? Let me know down in the comment section if you want to watch these live, follow the Twitch, and you want to subscribe and like the video if you want to see more. And remember, do something good today. I don't care what you do. Just do something good. And focus on what's important. Besides that, I appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. We out.